they started opening that little tiny door that I didn't know was there right as he was announcing me, and I was like, oh shit, did they clone my ass? I've been watching Westworld a lot. Oh, good. How we doing, you guys? How we feeling? Yeah. No, shut up! Sorry, just kidding. It's a new character I'm working on called my father, so hi. That's cool. You guys are a fun audience. I've been dancing a lot recently because I haven't completely given up yet. And there's this song that comes on sometimes when I'm dancing that came on like for me like in high school and junior high. And it's called the Cha Cha Slide by DJ Casper. Do we know this song? Yeah? Yeah? Okay. We've danced to this song. I know we have because everybody has. Now, the song, when it comes on as an adult, you're like excited, right? Because you feel this nostalgia, because you realize it's been such a long time since you got funky. And then you just like, you tell them to clap your hands, and you just do it, right? You just do the motions, because that's how the song does. Like, it's a song, if you don't remember, it's just a song about instructions, basically. So, the song comes on, and then I realize, yo, these aren't lyrics. These are just instructions. And that's a weird way to make a song, right? Like, I can't just be up here doing that in comedy. I can't just be telling some stupid, whack jokes and just be like, yo, man, why Garfield hate Mondays? He ain't have no job. One laugh this time. It's not how it works. But the song, Cha Cha Slide comes on, you're dancing to it, having fun, you're dancing, and then you're dancing, and then you fucking keep dancing. And that's when you have this adult thought that you can only have as an adult, where you go, how long is the Cha Cha Slide? And that's when DJ Casper gets back on the mic and goes, now it's time to get funky. Now you're standing there looking like an idiot because that's what you thought you were doing this whole fucking time. And that's when you realize something very, very important. You realize that DJ Casper does not care about the song, right? He just wants to make people bend to his will. Like, the song gets all the way up to like 5 hops. You're like, 5 hops? I'm a fucking adult, right? The song's like, how low can you go? You're like, this is rock bottom. I swear to God, the Cha Cha Slide is so long. It's such a long song that by the end of it, you just want to like climb on top of a tall building so you can just be like, 1 hop this time. I've been listening to a lot of different. This is a music studio. You guys, this is a predominantly white audience, but do you fuck with trap music? Is that anybody? Okay, cool. I just wanted to know. Sometimes you say trap and people will be like, what? But, you know, you guys are, I can tell you guys are cool. I like a lot of genres, though, you know, because, like, every genre has different things that they deal with, right? Blues music is about stuff you're mostly sad about, right? R&B, mostly about unprotected sex. That's basically most of what's going on. My favorite genre is trap music, because trap music is the only genre of music that is completely based on selling crack. That's the whole thing. That's really all it is, which is dope, right? Because if you know how crack happened, and you know your history, you know it's the only genre of music that was invented by Ronald Reagan. And that's amazing. That's incredible, right? No other president ever done that. Like, imagine if Abraham Lincoln had freed the slaves and invented reggae. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy to imagine, like, Abraham Lincoln out in Gettysburg just being like, I free all these slaves because slavery is wrong. And then I'd go home, turn my hat into a bong, you know? Just... Okay, but, like, for real, I want you guys to picture Abraham Lincoln, dreadlocks in his beard, just I cannot tell a lie, no woman, no cry, in the theater I die. Like, I would love that. That's why trap is so dope. You know what else is dope? Is no matter like what you say in trap music, no matter what you say, as long as you reference like making drugs or selling drugs, rap, whatever the fuck else you want, right? It's like, and you can say anything. You can be like, cooking up dope in the kitchen, huh? You know, by the time I fuck chickens, that's trap music. And like, at the end of every line, they're always like, blah, 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 blah. So, like, they made their point, right? That's fine. I don't know what that's about. I feel like that's how they all end essays. They're like, in conclusion, The Great Gatsby is about the hollowness of American greed. Skirt! Like... I wish I could do that in my real life, because, like, in real life, like, I know I have this microphone and whatever, but, like, I'm actually a really bad communicator, that's why I need the microphone. But, like, in real life, if I had to, like, have a conversation that I didn't want to have, like, maybe I was dating somebody and, like, it wasn't really working out and, like, we needed to break up, I couldn't, like, have that conversation, I'd have to, like, sit the girl down and be like, hey, listen, Emily, or Melissa, or, whatever your white name probably is. I feel like you and I are at different places in our lives, and I feel like we want different things, and this isn't the right way to say this, this is really not, but I feel like we need to break up. She'd be like, damn it, I got dumped today, but it was a banger though. So I want to tell you guys a story. I like smoking weed and writing jokes. And here's an example of that. I was getting on the train. I've never introduced a joke like that. That's so weird to say. Anyway, here's an example of the things I do in my free time. I was getting on the train. I was getting on a train recently. And there was this homeless man who was sleeping on the train, which is like a regular thing that happens, right? In Chicago, you live in the city, homeless people sleep on trains, not a big deal. It's very sad, though. The difference was, though, it was like real packed in, kind of like this room right now. Hopefully there are no homeless people sleeping. It was real packed in. It was a Monday morning. The other thing was, this homeless man's whole ass was out, you guys. Like his entire ass. And it was like right up next to me. And it's like, he was just catching that REM sleep, He was so unconcerned. He was up there, he was having dreams about flying or accidentally, like, going to math class with his pants on, But, like, we were all trapped in reality with his ass. I was like, what do you do in that situation, right? What do you do with, like, unscheduled ass in your comedy? And I couldn't just move, I was just trying to think, like, what do I do in this situation? And I realized, like, all right, yeah, I don't want to look at ass, but I'm not actually looking at ass. What I am looking at is billions and billions of cells made up of billions and billions of atoms. And you know what? I'm not even looking at that either. What I'm looking at is the light traveled 90 billion miles from the sun, bounced up into my eye, into my visual cortex, and out loud to everybody on the train. I was like, that ass is amazing. It's true, right? It's weird, bro. Like, reality, we just act like it's normal all the time. Like, you ever going to work, and your boss is just like, you're late. And you're like, yeah, well, I used to be a sperm, so you're lucky I'm here at all, to be honest. Statistically, I could have ended up in a Kleenex, so you're welcome, dude. You guys think about that? That's crazy. That's a crazy thing to think. I used to be a sperm. Now I bake with Chase. What the fuck? What's going on? This is so crazy. Yeah, so I do smoke weed. I like to smoke weed and go on walks because, like, I have anxiety. Helps me clear my mind if I go on a walk and get high. But sometimes, this probably happens to a lot of us, if I get too high, I'll get paranoid, and that'll completely defeat the purpose of the walk, So, like, I'll be walking, my brain will just do things it doesn't need to do. My brain will be like, hey, Skylar. I'll be like, what's up, brain? My brain will be like, someone can try to stab you at any time? And I'll be like, wait, what? My brain will be like, have a good walk. And then I just have to go. And, like, accept that reality, I swear to God, I will get so high and so paranoid that I will assume every single dog I see is a police dog. It doesn't matter what the breed of dog is. I'll just be walking down the street. I'll just be like, good afternoon, officer. I'll say that to random dogs. I swear to God, this actually happened. I saw a tiny little Pomeranian with a little pink bow on, and I just looked at it, and I just crossed the street immediately. I was like, not today, prison system, and I just... Because, yeah, that sounds crazy, right? But what if that dog is like an undercover canine officer, right? And then, like, the dog's gonna smell my weed, then a uniformed police officer is gonna jump from a tree where he was perched up like a bird, obviously. And then I'm gonna go to jail because Officer Snowball has a lot to prove. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right? Nobody ever believed in Snowball. Even, like, when, oh my God, I don't want to hit that. Even in the police academy, Snowball would go there and they're like, a Pomeranian police officer? Ha! That's like something a high comedian would think of. But then she works hard, right? Graduates top of her class. Goes out into the field. Gets partnered up with Officer Johnson. Officer Johnson's a veteran. He's been on the force for 150 dog years. He takes one look at Officer Snowball and goes, ha! Pomeranian police officer. Now, I've seen everything. She hits him with some sassy shit like, you know my name and not my story, something like that. And he gets pissed off, right? He's like, now listen here, Snowball, all right? You don't know shit about these streets, all right? You never know what could happen. You never know what call you're gonna get. You never know what the bullets are gonna fly. And most importantly, you never know when you're gonna see a 22-year-old weirdo that's so high he's saying good afternoon to dogs. That's basically how paranoid I get. I was raised Mormon. Yeah. Moment of silence for my childhood. Anyway, I was raised Mormon, and a lot of people like to ask me what was it like to be black and to be Mormon. I like to describe it like this. Being black and going to a Mormon church, it's like being black and going to a white barber shop, right? Only you are going to get this, sir. Like, because you can go in, but your head's gonna come out fucked up. You know what I mean? A lot of people get like Mormonism confused with Jehovah's Witnesses sometimes because they're both annoying. Sometimes people get Mormonism confused with Amish people, which I find hilarious because there are like some black Mormons. There are no black Amish, right? Like, it's the one religion where you have to work outside all day in the field for no money, and as a race, kind of over it. You know what I mean? Like, you think we want that sequel? Slavery, part 2. This time, there's butter. Like, no. None of that stuff bothers me anymore. Here's what I'll say bothers me to this day. You guys know in Christianity, you'll see paintings of God, right? And in all these paintings of God, God is always a white male. You guys notice this? Why is God always a white male when in reality, God is probably not real? Correct. All right. I've been Skylar Higley. Have a good night.